Happy Thursday, everyone. I just wanted to pop in real quick and share with you a message that's been on my mind. If you know who I am, or even if you don't, you might gather that I read tarot. And I've been reading tarot for several years now, and my relationship with it has definitely changed. And I'm beginning to notice a whole lot of patterns that I was not seeing before. And these patterns are with the types of questions that I'm being asked. There's a lot of noise going on out here. I hope you guys can hear me. So, one of the things that typically happens within tarot readings is people like to ask me what they should do. And just in general, the word should is such a charged word, right? Like, we often really want to do something completely different, but because of what we're taught we should want to do, we get confused, we get thrown off of our own path. And so when it comes to your life and the decisions that you have to make, I want to encourage you to get rid of the word should. Just get rid of it, right? Don't use the word should. Because again, it's so loaded with societal expectations, it's loaded with parental expectations, or whoever is around you. What up, what up? But the word should can be really toxic, right? It often takes us away from a path that we want to be on and kind of aims us toward some shit we don't want to do. Okay, so when we focus on should, we eliminate and we kind of stuff down like our original voice, what we actually want to do, what we actually care about, what we're actually passionate about. Recently, my tarot readings, almost every one of them, people have been asking me, should I do this, or should I do this, or should I do this? And really, what I always end up asking them is, what do you want to do? What do you want to do, instead of what should you do, right? So if we can learn to take should out of the equation and just go for the things that we would like to do, our path, our journey can be a lot clearer. And I know that that doesn't work with every situation that you have. Like, you can't, of course you have certain responsibilities and things that you need to do throughout your life. Again, that's a need, not a should. Okay, so I guess what I'm communicating right now is that if you are trying to decide your direction, which way you want to go, what is best for you on your path, take should out of the equation. Take out other people's expectations. Just put all that to the side and just really tap into, what is it that I want to do? Regardless of my expectations, regardless of the shoulds, what are my desires? A bird just flew right here. Ancestor saying, what's up? So, yes, we get so focused on the shoulds that we often forget about what the hell we want to do. And our souls, we come here on this earth with a plan already. We come here with ideas and desires and just kind of a blueprint. And when we get lost in the shoulds, when we get lost in other people's voices telling us what we should or shouldn't do, we lose a really important aspect of ourselves. So again, I want to reiterate, I think I've mentioned this somewhere else before, but if it's not a full body yes, if all of you isn't really excited about whatever decision that you have to make, or opportunity that's coming up, then it might not be for you. Our emotions give us so much information and so much data. And in our society, we're kind of taught to stuff down our emotions and not really, live an emotionally led life. But our emotions often carry with them really important pieces of information. So if you're noticing that you're just filled with a whole lot, a whole lot of dread when it comes to a particular option that you have to take, or a path that you have, there's a whole lot of negativity and dread surrounding that option in your mind, in your heart, in your body, it's probably not a good direction for you to go. yes. If it's not a full body yes, then it's probably a no. Recently, I've had people ask me, should I stay with this person? Should I stay with my boyfriend? Um, and really, the fact that you're paying someone to tell you if you should stay with your boyfriend, and that's a pretty big sign about how you feel about your boyfriend, right? If you are feeling confused and you're unable to come to a specific resolution about which direction you want to go, and again, if it's not time sensitive, maybe you don't make a decision. Maybe you wait until your feelings tell you, okay, now is time. I'm really excited about this. This is something I really want to do. Okay, that's your green light. And again, this is very highly situational. I understand that some things are very time sensitive. Some things you have to take care of. But again, those things are not shoulds. Okay, they are like, oh, I have to take care of these things. These specific goals must be accomplished, or I have a family and I have to make sure they're good in these different ways. Yes, absolutely do that. But when it comes to the more personal decisions that aren't based on time constraints, that are more based on, hey, which direction should I go? I challenge you to replace the word should with which direction do I want to go? Which direction is my heart, my soul, my passion, my everything pulling me toward? And for me, in my personal life, I have lots of different instances where this has been true for me, where if I take away the word should, what should I do, and replace it with what do I want to do, which direction do I want to go, there's a whole lot more clarity that you can receive. So when you go to get a tarot reading, don't ask people what you should do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You can ask whatever you want, but only you can determine what is best for you to do at any point in time. We can illuminate the energy that's around each of your decisions, but the cards can't tell you how to live your life. They can give you some insight, okay? But ultimately, the choice is yours. Ultimately, you have to decide. You get to decide which direction you want to go versus which direction you should go. Okay, so I love tarot. I think it can be such a beautiful spiritual tool, such a great asset on your journey, especially if you have trouble like parsing out, okay, the pros and the cons, the specific energy around something. But I think it's also important to get more in touch with our own desires. What do we want to do versus the things we feel obligated to do, or the things we feel like we should do? Yes, ma'am. So that's been on my mind this morning for whatever reason, probably because I had a couple readings yesterday where people were asking me, what should I do? And, it's kind of a disservice when we give all of our power to cards, to other people, to anything outside of us. Yes, tarot absolutely can help us. It absolutely can. And it can provide a lot of insight, definitely. A lot of comfort, a lot of peace. But at the end of the day, you are your own best oracle, and nobody can tell you what you should do. Listen instead to what you want to do, what you feel called to do, and what lights a fire inside of you. Okay? And that is your Taurus season message for today. Tauruses don't do anything they don't want to do. We don't. And if you're a Taurus who's doing a whole lot that you don't want to do, then, tap in. It's your season. It's your time. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.